Hi, everybody. So I am really excited about telling you about all of the things that are here on this counter and how they can actually improve your life and make things in the kitchen so much easier. First thing I want to talk to you about is our master grader system because here's the thing, it just came back. So if you already have it, good for you. And if you don't, this is something that you cannot not have in your kitchen. So see all these little pieces, which makes you think, oh my goodness, there's a lot of little pieces. Don't you worry about that. Okay, it goes right onto the counter. So this whole thing just slides on there like that. And then you turn that and it's going nowhere. Okay, you are going to leave that right there on your counter on a wood like chopping block, anything like that. It will hold forever. And then it comes with these three cones, these three grater cones. Now, the one we use the most is this one. Okay, this is the one we use the most for cheese. And I had to have a cup of cheese for tonight's recipe. Now, the thing about that is I could have bought a bag of shredded cheese, which A is not healthy and B is kind of pricey, okay? And it comes with 2 cups of cheese most of the time. Instead, I bought a $2 block of cheddar cheese and got 4 cups of cheese out of it. Okay. And all you have to do, and here's the way it shreds. All right. So it shreds perfectly. It's wonderful. And this is just one of those things that you have to have. Okay. This is like the plunger. So you put the cheese down in here and you push that down. You turn this and the cheese just comes out. So hang in there because we will no doubt show this in an actual demo. But I have so much else to do tonight that I just wanted to tell you about it and tell you how that cheese got grated. So I'm going to unhook that and move it over here. All right, we're going to move all the pieces over this way. Now, I am going to make an egg bake. The reason that this is so good and so timely right now is when you make this, you can actually freeze it before you cook it, or you can freeze it after you cook it. So if you want to prep ahead and, make the egg bake, you can do it and freeze it unbaked for like a month. Okay, so if you're in a mood and you're meal prepping and you want things for breakfast fast, because all you have to do is heat it back up, or bake it that morning. If you bake it first, you can also freeze it or put it in the refrigerator, and it's good for 2 months if it's already baked. So then all you have to do is grab it and heat it back up in the oven, or you can do it in the microwave in our dish in our voila. So in our voila glass. Now this is the 4 cup one. Okay, it's the rectangle medium, and this is a set of 4, but you can also buy them individually. I love them. So this recipe says that you have to spray it or grease it. No, not these. You do not have to do that to this. And I'll prove it to you in just a little bit. But what we're going to do with this is we need 6 eggs. Okay. And a lot of this I pre-measured because you don't need to see me crack 6 eggs, right? You know how to do that. Well, should know how to do it. A cup of cottage cheese, a while ago, we did a whole bunch of cottage cheese recipes. This really isn't one of them. And the reason that we're using the cottage cheese in this one is because it has so much protein in it. This is a great breakfast for protein. So we're going to whisk those all up. And this is our that's bowl. That's a medium bowl. So you can hold it and I can show you what I'm doing without making a mess, which is awesome. Okay. So these are whisked. Got all this in here. Love it. And then it's just salt and pepper to taste, which I'm never real sure what that means. So I like salt. And actually I like pepper, but it's fresh ground pepper, which I really like. There we go. So that's just what you want to do with it. We got all of this mixed up. And then you guys use everything with the bagel. I love this seasoning. It is amazing. And it just has an amazing flavor to it. And if you don't get it, you need to get it because it just makes everything taste a little bit better. So now that you have this all mixed up, okay, we're going to add a 1/2 pound of ground sausage. Okay, and if this is just breakfast sausage, I actually cooked like 2 pounds of it, and I did it in our stat cooker, and that's also something else that we can show you later. Because you do it all at once, and then you can separate it into these freezer containers. These are 1 pound freezer containers. This is only half a pound. And you just mix it in there and get this all mixed up. So it's just starting to kind of all melt together and get good. Now, this right here, okay, this is our supersonic small chopper. If you do not have this, you absolutely, absolutely, absolutely have to get it. All right. There's a bigger one coming out, but this is the one that you need for everything. Okay. This is great for a camper. It's awesome for, I have a friend that uses it. She carries it in her purse, which sounds a little strange, but she has a special needs son, and he has to have his food like in smaller bites or ground up. So she takes this into restaurants, and that way they can order food for him. And she can, like kind of chop it up in this, and he gets to order regular food instead of always eating things like applesauce. Okay. So we need a quarter cup of onion, and all we had to do was put that onion in there. I'm going to turn this on like that, and we're going to pour it probably about 6, maybe 7 times, because we want it chopped up, but we don't want it like pureed, which if you pull it enough times, that will happen. This blade is very sharp, so you want to be really careful with that. We're going to dump those onions in here. I said dump. I believe I'm supposed to say things like incorporate or come in with, but I just dump it. So, y'all bear with me with that. And then some red pepper, okay? And these are in our fridge smarts, guys. These fridge smarts are amazing. They keep they keep vegetables fresher longer. Okay, remember the old Tupperware song? Keep things fresher longer. They really, really do. And they come in all kinds of sizes, all kinds of shapes. They're vertical and long and great. So we like them too. And I didn't see, notice I didn't have to wash that out or anything else because I'm going to put it all in the same recipe. So it's kind of like having all the things on the dish, right? They're all going to go together anyway, so it's not a big deal. So 3 pools, and that is small enough to put in our bowl with everything else. I'm getting really excited for this. I love the smell of peppers. Gonna put that in there. Gonna use this spatula, which is amazing. I'm using the word amazing a lot because our stuff is amazing. Okay, our products are fantastic, and we're 80 years old, guys. They've been around a long time. We're still here. I'm going to set that right there. So we are just going to take this and whisk it up a little bit more. And then that cheese I told you about. Okay, here's that whole bowl of cheese. We're going to put that whole cup of cheese in there, which probably isn't enough, but that's what it said to do. So what I am going to do is once I put it in our glass, I am going to put some more on the top once it bakes for a while, and just have that layer of cheese on the top because it's good. So you see all of that. It's a great breakfast casserole. Super easy to make. All right. It was quick and simple. I gotta find, there's my spatula. So we're just gonna pour this in here. And all you have to do is put it in, no grease, no spray, no craziness. Okay. So you don't have to worry about using anything unhealthy or any of that. I guess I could do this so you could see it. Right. There we go. And this spatula, these spatulas are amazing. These silicone spatulas, amazing again. Okay, I gotta find a new word. But they will get the bowl so clean. Very depressing if you are do you want to lick the bowl person? Because then if you use it and you want to use it right, there is no bowl lick. Okay. All we have to do with this now is put it in the oven, and it bakes at 400 for about 35 or 40 minutes. But if you want to freeze it just like this, because you're going to make it ahead, this would be great for like the holidays, stuff like that, to pull out. And if you make some of these and put them in the freezer, if somebody calls you and says, hey, do you want to come over for brunch? Or do you want to, we're coming over and you got like, oh, I got to make something. This is, and it's a lot bigger than it looks. Okay. This is 4 cups. It would probably feed 3, maybe 4 people if you had other things to go with it. But you know what else it does? If you don't have a house full of people, you know how most recipes are like 9 by 13 pan and they can feed an army. Yeah, if there's just a couple of you in the house or one of you, these sizes are perfect. There's two smaller than this and one a little bigger. So this is how these seals go on. Okay, so you see this tab right here? This is if you're going to microwave it. So if you're going to microwave it, when you put it in the microwave, you lift that tab up so that it vents while it's in the microwave. But if all you're going to do is store it either in the refrigerator or the freezer, you set that right on top and you push that tab down and it's closed. It's not going anywhere. You can freeze it in and it's fine. You don't have to use foil. You don't have to put anything over the top. Now, when you want to take it off, you can't just pull it off. It doesn't work that way. You have to open the tab and then use this little lip right here and pull it back off. This dish will go in the oven. It'll go in the microwave. It'll go in your air fryer. Will also go in your dishwasher, which is sometimes the best part, right? So I'm going to put this back on now. Due to the magic of everything, right? We made one earlier, so you can see it. So when it comes out of the oven, it looks like this. Can you see that good? And it smells so good. And what I wanted to show you was, if I something here real quick, because we didn't put any kind of oil or grease or anything else in it. And it just comes right away from the glass. Just go around it, like you used to with the cakes. Just take a knife and run it around there. All right, I am going to cut just a little piece off the end. And see how it comes right out of the glass like that? I'm going to have to eat this piece. So sorry. Gonna set that right there. But look, it came right out. And it's just, it smells really good and it tastes even better. So here's what we have here. We've got the glass. My phone ringing. I'm so sorry. We have the medium glass. All right. And you've got your supersonic small chopper. And you've got your fridge smarts and your cheese grater. All the things. Oh, and this and the freezer mate, right? Whenever you do your meat ahead of time. So all these things and your vegetables. Don't forget your vegetable. Everybody needs vegetables. All of these things just go together to make cooking so easy. So if you're thinking, well, yeah, but that's a 4-cup thing. And like you said, all the recipes are for 9x13s. So let me tell you what, if you Google, because this is what I did, right? Recipes for a 4-cup baking dish, you will get, I think that like the first thing I pulled up, there was like 60 recipes for a 4-cup baking dish. They've already made it smaller for you, so you don't have to figure all that out. And it's just easy to do, right? You can Google, can I freeze this? Or can it stay, can I put it in the refrigerator for how long? All the things. So Google is your friend, okay? Just make sure that you're asking it the right questions. And if you don't get the answer you want, ask it a different question, like whenever you were a kid and you went to the wrong parent, right? So you guys, we're gonna eat these. And now we have two. We have one for now and one for later. So have a great night, and I will be around with demos for the Great Master, for the stack cooker for your meat, all the fun things. Just kind of hang out with me and we will make sure that you have all the information you need.